Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network and our live coverage of the Short Track Showdown Series. O'Reilly Auto Parts 60 from Five Flags Speedway this evening. I've got 13 eager drivers checked in. Some still looking for their first win on the season. Some still looking for their first win in the series. Some looking to become a multi-time winner, and one looking to put a stranglehold on the points leader right now. We'll take a quick look at that while we get that set up. As you can see, Pete Dillon and Sean McLaughlin tied atop the standings, 490 points each. Dale Garrett, oops, I don't mean for that to be there. I thought I turned it off. Dale Garrett in third, Adam Vinny fourth, Marvin Turnmeyer, your top of five. Everybody within striking. Well, I guess McLaughlin and them are only tied in laps, not points. I misread the whole thing right there. So Pete Dillon, a 35-point superior in this. McLaughlin's been closing the gap though. With 6 races in the books, and this tonight being race number 7. We are looking for a little shift in those points possibly, but both drivers are here. Both drivers have been out making laps. A couple of new guys in this series right here. This is a 991 car. I do not remember the name Dylan Connor, but he is quick in here. He and Burt Duffy. Duffy was here last week. So we'll see if we get a new winner tonight. We'll see if we get a repeat winner. We'll see if Dillon can extend his points lead. We'll see if McLaughlin can shrink that points lead. There is a lot going on with 3 races left. And about 6 minutes and 36 seconds here to finish up the practice session. Then we'll get the qualifying. Then we'll get out here and put these boys to the test. Five Flag Speedway. A lot of banking in the corners. The straightaways banked just a bit, but I can tell you that this place is not as fun to drive as it may look. 74 degrees, the air temperature. The humidity is stifling. It is 91% humidity right now. We got a southwesterly wind of 5 miles an hour. Track temperature, very cool. We're at night at an 80-degree track temperature. So tires, these guys will be able to run just a little harder than normal. Still, tires are going to be a premium. Second show this week, should have been our third, but last night we had scheduling conflicts with our broadcaster and our backup broadcaster needed to be on track, so we did not have Dirt Centers last night. A couple pretty good ones. Nothing for you tomorrow night, but Thursday night, it is time to get back to Nick Code Brand's Mighty Midget Series, so tune in for that. That's in 8:30 Eastern start time. 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern start time. They start practice. We'll go live a couple minutes after that. They run a short session. They run double shows, so you'll get to see 2 midget shows on Thursday night. Then we'll go back around. We'll be back with Mars Boys. I think they go on the dirt to Rennerville next Sunday. A lot of series coming down to the closing weeks, and then we'll probably have very few shows for a couple of weeks while everybody retools. New rules, new schedules, new drivers. Good evening to both Bill and Barbara. I see them over on the YouTube. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow, say hi in the chat for us. We know you're there. If you're on Twitch, YouTube, and or Trovo, hit that subscribe button. You know, every single time we go live. If you're on Twitch, make sure you say hi. I'd like to know that everybody's out there on all the platforms watching. Been very good crowds for a while now. I had a guess, Barbara, that that was the truth. Thank you for confirming that. Are you also his biggest critic? When he messes up, are you the first one to tell him he messed up? Speaking of the aforementioned, we'll get a little camera time running here while he makes his laps. Right now, 6th quick in the practice session. Not far off of that time. So. I know all the Victor Vinnies are around somewhere. I don't know where they're all at. I know Bill is in here. I haven't seen a couple of the others that I'm used to seeing. Well, good. I'm glad. Because nobody can build you up or break you down like family. I remember my racing days. And, well, he was my mechanic and a mentor and all those things. He was also my biggest critic. Yeah, it didn't matter what sport it was. If I was messing up, he was right there to make sure I knew what I was doing wrong. But when we did well, he was there to pick me up too. So. Look at the yellow car, Jeff Werdeman here. He has changed the yellow and it has kind of broken that nasty curse that was hanging around him. And I don't know if Randy's watching or not, but there's your brother Randy. Some John brother time here. There goes your points leader, Pete Dillon, Adam Vinny, and Dylan Connor. All going by around the pits. Miss Vinny. We know who she's cheering for. Never a doubt. She comes in and watches this. She was cheering for that driver right there. Going to be an interesting one. Looks like everybody's pretty close here. You look down all the way to about 10th, and it is a 1/10 of a second, basically. It's not much to 11th. 12th is about a 10th and a half, 2/10 to 13th. And then Westendorf, who is still learning a lot about these cars and a lot about racing. He is a little off the pace, but top 13 guys within 2/10 of each other here. That's going to be a pretty good race. We're going to see a really close race. So we're going to get prepared for qualifying. Some more of this wonderful adult milk. Tell you what, I've always been a whiskey guy, and Crown Royal's got it right with that new blackberry. Crown Royal, that stuff is pretty tasty. I know it's an adult show, but I'm not promoting you go out and do it. I'm just saying I like it. There's Matt Eddy, the 88 car. Andrew Rutherford. Not a name that I'm familiar with, but making a splash here, at least in practice. He started quick right now. All right, that means practice is in the books, and it is time for qualifying. Wow, it got dark quick. It's like they turned off the lights in the city behind us. Pensacola went dark. Get ready for qualifying here. Oh, Bert Duffy. Sean McLaughlin going to roll out quickly here, it looks like. Duffy's already on the track. Let's go watch Duffy, at least for his first lap. Caught a little dipsy-do right there in the middle of the corner. I don't know if that's going to hurt his exit speed. We'll see what his first lap looks like. McLaughlin, Vinny, Eddie, all on track. So we're going to jump around a little bit here. First lap in the books for Burt Duffy. And 16:52. Tyler Davis, 16:56. Adam Vinny, 16:52, and he beats him by the thousandths. McLaughlin, 16:68. Matt Eddy on track with a launch back. Hitting the stripe. Matt Eddy, fourth quick at a 16:61. Andrew Perry. Tyler Davis still quick at 16:48. Adam Vinny, 16:50 now. Moves to second. Duffy up the third, 16:52. He's kind of stayed the same as second lap. Same time as his first. And it looks like Andrew Perry fifth quick right now. Marvin Turnmeyer's on check. Jeff Wooderman just finishing up. Marvin Turnmeyer just finishing up. B. Dillon, our points leader, just now rolling out. He knows the mark he's got to beat Kyler Davis at 16.48 seconds. That car looked very loose through the center and exit of turn number 2, and Dillon's going to go to the high side, try to get a better run here and restart this. Try to hit it on his second lap. His first lap not going to be a fast one at all. Yeah, 12th quick. He needs a good run right here. That was a way better exit out of 2. Bottom in 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. Up to the stripe. Pete Dillon going to move to 8th quick at 16.58. So a full 10th off for him. Dylan Connor and Andrew Rutherford. No qualifying times for them. I think that is a rookie. So, Kyler Davis in the 6 car, your quick qualifier for the evening. We'll wait for the time to run out. The other 2 drivers will not make qualifying attempts. Oh, man. The only thing I think that could make that better is if I took it and threw it in a blender and made it into a smoothie. That might be a bad idea. I probably shouldn't even thought that. All right. Qualifying over. Now, it's going to come down to where are our guys in the points. So it looks like McLaughlin is 10th. Dillon is 8th. So even with the invert, those 2 drivers are going to stay in row 4 and 5. Matt Eddy is going to stay put outside of row 3. He's always somebody that we watch closely. Andrew Perry has got this figured out. Pretty sure he did this last week. He qualified 5th, went to the front, and really was never challenged. So those top 5 cars will flip. Perry and Delaney will go to the front row. Vinny and Duffy to row 2, and Davis will go inside row 3. Everybody behind that, your spot's your spot. 60 laps to find out who will come out of Five Flag Speedway with the checkered flag. And next week we'll know where the points sit with 3 races to go. 8, 9, and 10 on the schedule still to go. Appreciate everybody tuning in. A pretty good crowd tonight again for this series. Make sure you guys are chatting it up out there. Tell us who your favorite driver is. We know who your favorite announcer is. There is no doubt about that. We're just waiting for that time to run out so we can move on to the big show. Oh. Trying to think about how I have got some hats and some things over. I'm trying to think about how I could maybe give one of those away here tonight. Everybody turn in your top 3 at the end of the feature. If somebody gets it right, I'll get you a prize. But it's got to be in the chat, and it's got to be before we take the green flag. So, you're running out of time quick. Pick your top 3, type them into the chat. If anybody hits it, I've got a prize for you. All right, session coming to an end for qualifying. That means we'll get them on the front stretch, get them lined up. They will do the shuffle as we roll off. And then it's going to be 60 times around. We'll go back to row number 4, and that's where we will start. Brunner in the 46 will be on the inside. Dillon in the 7 will be on the outside. Marvin Turnmeyer, the 16 car, he'll start inside row number 5 next to Sean McLaughlin in the 77. Then Werdeman in the 81 and Westendorf in the 92. Teammates in that back, second to the last row. In our very back row, the 2 newcomers, Dylan Connor and Andrew Rutherford, the 991 and the 970. The front is where things are going to get shuffled up. We'll watch them as they roll off, but I'm positive that Matt Eddy is going to be starting in that 6th spot. 11, 8, and 48. 11, 33, and 88. I thought you were getting me the shirt, my man. What happened? Here we go. They're rolling them up. Here comes Delaney. Here comes Perry. So their front row, Andrew Perry and Dylan Delaney. Bert Duffy and Adam Vinny making up row 2. Kyler Davis alongside the aforementioned 88 machine of Matt Eddy. The good news is all this is saved for posterity. All I got to do is go back and look. So we'll bring them around. They'll get the 1 to go signal. And when we come around out of turn number 4, the 2 white lines back there, turn number 4, that will be the start zone. We'll get a green flag back in there, and we will be underway under the lights. 5 Flags Speedway. Short track showdown series round number 8. Riley Auto Parts 60 about to get underway. All right, 2 people have chosen. The rest of you get your picks in. Get them quick. Otherwise, we just got 2 guys vying for it. With the green flag already in the air. We are underway once again. Perry. Quickly to the lead. It is a madhouse behind him. We're going to go back here and watch from 3rd on back. They're still side by side. Now Duffy clears everybody in the 3rd, and it's a race between Davis and Vinny. Davis is going to have a spot. Vinny's going to get down in there. McLaughlin bumping on that back bumper of Adam Vinny while they got Matt Eddy stuck on the outside. Everybody wants to go by that 88 car. They know what he can do if he can save some tires. And late in this thing, make a charge at the front. So now Vinny cleanly into 5th. It's side by side right here. McLaughlin and Eddy, and I think McLaughlin, whoa, little slide job there. Almost caved in his right rear corner trying to get clear of Matt Eddy. That slowed Eddy down, and it's going to allow Pete Dillon to get around as well. So your 2 points leaders, now 6th and 7th. Front of Matt Eddy will go back to the front, and Perry just kind of stinking it up. He's already almost 9/10 of a second in front of Dylan Delaney. And the battle, Kyler Davis on the hunt, already caught up to Bert Duffy, and he gets around him quickly. Starting the center file, we're back here about Brunner. That is 10th place. He was stuck on the outside. Car, 991 car. Falls in behind 11th, Westendorf. Rutherford way off the pace and way back there. He's already a lap down. I don't know what happened to him. He might have missed a start. We'll get back to the front. Delaney starting to reel in Perry. It's a very slow process. He's cut off about a tenth now. Tyler Davis. Not even the quickest car. Marvin Turnmeyer, quickest car last time. He's quicker than anybody else. You can see they're starting to get spread out. Here comes Matt Eddy looking back on the inside of McLaughlin. Turnmeyer trying to get Matthias Johnson in the 88 car, slide right in behind him and push McLaughlin even further back in the field. Eddie doesn't want to lose Chutch. He's waited too long the last few weeks, and I know he wants to save tires, but he's also got to stay in touch with these guys to have even a remote shot. He wants to go get him a win. Turnmeyer's had nothing but bad luck for several weeks. He needs a good run just to right the ship at this point. McLaughlin won a couple of weeks ago on tire strategy, and it worked out perfectly for him, so it's kind of weird seeing him back this far in the field this early, but he's working on it. Here comes Dylan Connor. He's trying to figure out which one of the two is going to move. Is it going to be Turner? Is it going to be McLaughlin so that he can go with him? That's 10th place. Go back closer to the front. The gap has started to equalize. Kyler Davis is staying about 9/10 of a second behind Delaney in third. Duffy's tucked in tight behind him. Now Pete Dillon working on Adam Vinny. Get into that top 5. Matt Eddy is right there. We are a quarter of the way through this already. Vinny pinned on the outside. Dillon clears. Now Eddy's trying to go forward. Healthy gap behind. Hard to give up the track position now. He goes wide, cuts down behind, gets in line, move him to 7th. And here comes Turnmeyer still. Delaney. McLaughlin is stuck on the outside. He may get freight trained all the way back outside the top 10. He may go to 12th here if he's not very careful. Watching this battle right here. McLaughlin slides into the line in 10th, right in front of Werdeman, right behind Connor. We'll go back and see if Dillon has made any headway. Matt Eddy there, back under attack from the 11 of Adam Vinny. Quickly, Vinny falls back in line. He's got company coming up quickly behind him, and Turnmeyer is now under attack from newcomer Dylan Connor. Pretty much single file all the way around, an occasional peek out. Ryan driver trying to get a little air on that left front corner. This time Dillon does it coming out of 40. He's got Turnmeyer up the hill. That is a battle for the 8th position on the track. Guys, we're creeping in on halfway very quickly here. No cautions yet. 21 in the books, so a third of the way. Now Connor clears Turnmeyer, move him to 8th. Turnmeyer's 9th. McLaughlin is 10th. And I'll tell you what, Turnmeyer did the old crossover. We'll see if that materializes into anything. It does not. But this time, looks like Connor's got that to stick. Back closer to the front, Andrew Perry now starting to get reeled in. They got 3/10 off of it. They creep in on halfway. Top 4, top 5 really on your screen as Pete Dillon, your points leader, back there in 5th, but he's got a pretty healthy gap between Burt Duffy and himself to make up. He wants to go start battling for podium spots. Matt Eddy right behind that. started 13th. He is now up to 8th, looking to go further forward. Andrew Perry now should be able to see the 88 car in the mirror. He should be able to see him clearly now. Gotta know he's coming. He's bringing everybody with him. Top 4. They're going to be nose to tail very shortly. So we had 3 get in here to compete for the giveaway. We'll see how they come out at the end. They're just a lap and a half short of halfway. It has been all Andrew Perry. Delaney has stayed in second. Kyler Davis has moved up a couple of spots into third as he started 5th. Bert Duffy in the 4th spot. Pete Dillon made up 3 spots, moved himself into 5th. He's ahead of McLaughlin, so points gap probably going to open up. Here goes McLaughlin as he goes after Turnmeyer. Halfway in the books, 30 down, 30 to go. And the battle still on for 9th and 10th, and really is the only battle on the track at the moment. I think we're going to move forward and look at Dylan Connors going after Adam Vinny here, but I don't think that materialized. I think he got back in line. And now, up front, battle for the lead, shaped up, top 4 under a blanket. Right now, Delaney has the inside on Perry, so does Kyler Davis. Oh, Delaney with a slip, moved Perry wide. Good job by all 4 drivers not to get into one another. They're too wide, too deep at the front. Pace laps at over 100 miles an hour. Perry by a skosh. Still out front, but Delaney steadily working the bottom. It's just a matter of time. They're singled out behind, and now Dylan and Eddie are in the mix, and here comes Adam Vinny and Dylan Connors, so we're going to have about an 8-car battle up here for the last 25 laps. Delaney cannot clear Andrew Perry. So when we get to the top line this time, he may have that accomplished, and he moves right up to the top side. Now Perry's under fire from Davis. Stuck on the outside. Davis goes by. Here comes Bert Duffy. Duffy going to try to make him pay for leaving the door open. May not have got it done there. They almost touched. That was almost a big wreck. Pete Dillon trying to get in the tire tracks of the 75 car. He wants to keep Perry on the outside. So does Eddie, and so does Dylan Connor, along with Adam Vinny. Looks like that outside's got a little something in it. Guys on the bottom being very, very careful, tiptoeing them around. Top 2 getting away. Delaney and Davis, they are sailing out. 0.2 of a second already. They're going to be down to 20 to go this next time by. Blink from Duffy. Caution is out. And, guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think you're going to see the 11 car have an issue. Behind Eddie, he may get some help. He backed off a little, and he got a little help. Tapped the roof from behind. All he did looks like to slide the tires. Perry going to jump out of line, go to the pits. Everybody behind him from 6th on back went in. Delaney, Davis, Duffy, Dillon, and Dylan Connor all stayed out. So Pete Dillon in 4th. Stayed out. Everybody else is in the pits right now. Matt Eddy rolling the 88 car out. Goes Brunner. There goes Turnmeyer. Here comes Andrew Perry. McLaughlin finally rolling away. Werdeman. Westendorf going to come out behind Rutherford. Is a problem for guy that was running about 7th right there, maybe 8th. He was right around Adam Vinny where Vinny was, and Vinny was 7th or 8th. And it looks like Dylan Connor, boy, he is going to come out way back here. I think he arrived at the pit box in an aggressive manner, if you want an opinion. Here's Stewie. Wave around car, getting the wave around. Both Vinny and Rutherford. Westendorf is out there. I think he should get a wave around too. Not sure. Not sure how that's going to work. Lights are off on the safety car. We are going to double these guys up. This is going to get interesting because the 88 car, first out of pit road, fresh tires, start inside. Pete Dillon. Got to figure out how to get down to the bottom. He's going to stay up here in this front 3-4 drivers, but the green flag coming out. Underway, Delaney get a great start right there. There's Pete Dillon. He's looking to get down into that hole. Oh, big crash behind. Big crash behind. Let's go see if that's not the 81 car of Jeff Werdeman who gets into this. I don't know if McLaughlin was in it or not. Oh, Andrew Perry. Oh, yeah, Andrew Perry got loose. He got into John Brunner, and that just collected the 81. Everybody else got by. So Perry started off like a house of fire. Somebody turned the hose on him very, very quickly. Oh, well, that would explain it. Yeah, I had Del Taco earlier today, and I'm telling you, that's the last time in my lifetime that will happen. Oh my gosh, that stuff was terrible, and it's killing me still. So, yeah, there'll never be another Del Taco run in my life. I prefer Taco Bueno. I like me a Big O burrito. So. But if I get to choose, I swear, if I get to choose, I probably shouldn't have said that way. I prefer Taco Bueno. But if I get to choose and I can find a Taco Casa, I'm all over it. Reminds me of when I was in high school 100 years ago, Taco Tico, because that was the bomb. But I like a Big O burrito from Taco Bueno for sure. All right, we're down to about 11, 12 laps to go here. Lights still on the safety car. Everybody's single file right now. Not sure. Westendorf's getting away. Werdeman, they pulled the fenders out on it. He's going to be towards the back. Perry's back there too. John Brunner's still in the pits. Wow, that car must be really hurt. Oh, left side's caved in, right side's caved in. Yeah, that car's kind of twisted like a boomerang. Church, I think I know where your t-shirt went. Probably went to the Porto. Just a minute ago. Just saying. right, lights off, doubled up, ready to get back at it. We're going to be inside that 10 to go mark. Hopefully the cautions breed cautions. Distant memory. We're going to run this one down to the end and see if those new tires are going to have a chance to work, because row 3, all new tires. Row 4, all new tires. Row 5, new tires. Row 1 and 2, well, those tires are 70 laps old. Or 50 laps old, excuse me. Ultra soft cut, that's my favorite kind of t-shirt. Back to green we go. Delaney, good at starting side by side behind between Davis and Dillon. Matt Eddy wants Pete Dillon to clear Kyler Davis. He really wants to put those new tires to use. He is staying tight to this. It's going to be hard for those guys to clear one another, and he may have to make an aggressive maneuver. Try to get the run off and force them 3 wide and make one of them choose. Just not materializing. The laps are clicking off very quickly. He can get clear right here. He may have a shot to go after Delaney. If he don't get clear in the next, I say, lap, and Delaney's probably pretty safe. Kyler Davis holding it down on the outside. He's keeping Pete Dillon from clearing. That's keeping the guys on fresh tires from doing absolutely anything with those fresh tires. 5 to go, the wave lap that time. Watching the battle, 2nd and 3rd, and Pete Dillon. I think he's looking out the windshield. At the same time, he's looking out the mirror. He is trying to cover every single thing he can cover, because Matt Eddy is all over him, and he can't get clear of Kyler Davis. Matt Eddy now looking to the inside. Couldn't quite get there, had to back it up. Turnmeyer's trying to put the pressure on Eddy. He wants to go have a shot to get free. Now Matt Eddy might be there. He's going to force a 3 wide into turn 3. Can he get 2 for 1? He's going to run out of laps to catch your leader. Kyler Davis on old tires. Fending off the drivers on the new skins, at least for the moment. Dillon Connor had to back out in the middle. He's lucky he didn't get run over from behind. White flag, and this time Delaney is gone. And now Matt Eddy finally clears Kyler Davis. Here comes Turnmeyer, who's going to be 2nd and 3rd. It's all Delaney. Winning tonight at 5 flags. Matt Eddy is going to be 2nd. Kyler Davis will bring it home in 3rd. Turnmeyer 4th and Pete Dillon in 5th. Gap will open on the points lead for Dillon as McLaughlin brings it home in 10th place tonight. So see who are. He can keep that one. Yeah, I would let him keep that one too. Let's see if Kyler Davis is in chat. And boy, I'm impressed with these guys. They are getting in the chat finally. Matt Eddy, I know Matt will be around. We'll get Matt in here at some point. I know we will, but let's get ready. Talk to the driver that finished in third. Oh my gosh, that's a terrible image. So we're going to go from here. How about that? Let's get Kyler Davis. Kyler Davis, you got a copy?
Hey, how are you, sir?
I am good. Finally get a chance to pull you into the booth here. The last couple times you were podiumed, we didn't get a chance. So it is finally good to see you in the booth. Multiple times on the podium, though. But tonight, man, how'd you keep those old tires on the car long enough to come home 3rd in this thing?
Normally I'm used to old tires being the better, especially top half of 5 flags. Tonight was a little different. Started wearing off a lot faster on the outside, which was tough. But it just seemed to work for quite a bit, especially after the cool down on a restart. So those last 8 laps were great.
So the cooler track temperature tonight maybe helped keep the rubber a little fresher there, especially after that restart.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't do a whole lot of racing the first half of the race, so my tires weren't too bad until the end there.
Awesome job, man. This is a tough place, so a third place finish, especially in this field of cars, as close as you guys were in qualifying, that's got to be pretty satisfying.
Absolutely. These guys are great to race with every week for sure.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I just want a big shout out to Marvin and all the rest of the guys that race this league weekly. They're a blast to race with, and we keep coming back because clean racing.
All right, man. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. I'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you, sir.
That's your third place finisher tonight, Kyler Davis. And now we'll move on, and we will talk to the man. He started sixth in this thing, and he just probably could have had a shot to go win this if he could have cleared those two cars after the restart, but he comes home second. Matt Eddy, good run tonight.
Yeah, it was a good run. Didn't really need that yellow right after we pitted there. That killed a bunch of laps. But yeah, need those guys to sort it out a little quicker if we might have had something.
If you could have got by with 5 to go, did you have enough time to go up there and maybe challenge for the win?
Maybe. I had a little bit of a run, but I didn't want to be the guy diving it in 3 wide on the bottom and potentially wrecking guys with 5 to go.
Well, I was telling everybody while we were watching this, he's not going to be able to wait long. He needs to get by these guys with at least 5 to go, and he may have to get aggressive with them. And finally it parted, but it parted with about 3 to go, and you just did not have enough time to get to the front.
Yeah, about 5 to go. I had a little bit of a run down the back stretch, and I didn't want to stick it in there into 3. But yeah, Pete slid up there in 1 and 2, and I had a big run that one time. Got under him.
Well, an awesome run, man. Second place finish, especially here tonight. The way things were, got to be satisfied with that.
Oh yeah, it was a good run.
All right, man. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous. We'll let you head out.
Marv, Jeff, everybody who runs the series. It's always good to have a good team willing to put on a good show for everybody. And How Racing and everybody at work keep paying the bills.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, my friend.
Thank you.
Matt Eddy finishing in the second spot, and now we'll move on. We're going to try. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Oh, yeah, we can get a little closer to the 88 car. He got out front and was able to hold him off on the old tires. Dylan Delaney, I asked Kyler Davis the same question. How did you keep the single set of tires and end up at the front of this thing tonight?
Well, the invert definitely helped put me on the outside. Was hoping outside would help a little bit, but once we started going, I was just following Andrew the whole time, trying to see if he'd make a mistake. So I wasn't trying to push it too hard, just try to stay close enough to jump at him if he made a mistake. And luckily he made a couple, and I was able to keep it there. And then just tried to run as smooth as possible, not jerky on the wheel, just nice and smooth around the corners. But that was good tire management. So.
Late race restarts are never fun. You had to do a couple of them. Any concerns that those guys on fresh tires could clear the guys right behind you and get to you?
Yeah, the first one, I was able to jump out ahead, and then we got like 1 or 2 laps in, and then the second one came out, and I was okay with that one because I knew I got the jump the first time. I had a feeling I'd get a jump again the second time, and I was hoping there wasn't going to be a third time because I don't know if I could have done it again. So luckily, once I got out ahead in that second restart, I had a big enough gap, and the 2 behind me were racing against each other, so I was able to increase my lead. But no, it was fun. It was fun running with Kyler for most of the race, and then Matt snuck in right at the end. If I had 5 more laps, he probably would have catch me, but it's all good. It was a good run with those guys.
All right, man. We'll hit us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a great win tonight.
Yeah, no, I was just thank my wife and just the Jeff and Marvin for putting on this league. It's nice to see a couple new faces in here. Hopefully this gets growing towards the end of this season and into next season. I'm excited for the Supers next year too. So it was a good run.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win, and I'll see you back here next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
Dylan Delaney picking up the win tonight. Good run for that driver. Let's take a quick look at our results. Delaney, Eddie, and Davis, 1, 2, 3. Turnmeyer with a nice recovery gets up to 4th. Dylan 5th. Duffy 6th. Vinny 7th. Lester 8th. McLaughlin 9th. Perry 10th. Rutherford was 11th. Brunner 12th. Connor 13th in a late issue with him. He ended up a couple laps down. He charged his way through the field and then ends up ultimately back where he started. And then Jeff Werdeman with a late race issue, and he'll end up a couple laps down. Brunner, Connor, and Werdeman all in that deal. So that'll do it for another awesome week of racing here with Short Track Showdown Series. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Guys, we did not hit on the winner tonight for the prize. So we will keep the prize in the bin. We will try it again next week. Make sure you guys tune back in Thursday night. Don't miss that. Short Track, or not Short Track, Netcode Brands Mighty Midget Series 2024B season getting started. We'll pick up the Ironman. We'll update and know where we start on points on that. And then race number 1 of 2 each Thursday night starts at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that. Till we see you guys the next time, thank you all for being here. Without you guys, there's no reason to do any of this. And without all the great leagues giving us awesome racing, there's nothing for us to cover. So thanks to everybody there again.